my mind of light. I think I was dreaming of some thoughts that were seemingly possible with you. So I call you on the tin can phone. We rendezvous at 1:45 and make sure we're alone. Think I found a way for you and I to finally fly free. When we get there, we're gonna fly so far, making sure to laugh while we experience anti-gravity. For years I kept it to myself. Now potentialities abound are living under my shelf. Simply choose your destination from the diamond canopy, and we'll be there. So I call you on the tin can phone. We're rendezvous at 1:45 and make sure we're alone. Think I found a way for you and I to finally be free. When we get there, we're gonna fly so far, making sure to laugh while we experience anti-gravity.
Now at 7:45. When you think of subliminal advertising, hidden messages embedded in ads probably come to mind. Well, advertisers are still messing with your head, only with new methods. Marketing expert Martin Lindstrom writes about advertising practices in his book Biology, Truth and Lies About Why We Buy. And in a new article in Parade, he exposes the 5 common techniques used to get you to buy stuff. Martin, good morning to you.
Good morning.
FTC has said that subliminal advertising is a deceptive business. That's different from an illegal business.
That's right. Actually, it's not legal, but it's not illegal either. There's no regulations around it anymore. So advertisers can do what they want.
And you've come up with 5 subliminal persuasion techniques that are used, beginning with how things feel.
Yeah, that's right. It's amazing how we seduce sometimes. I just have 2 remote controls here, and one is just try to feel them. One is a little bit heavy and one is very light.
Yeah.
When we did an experiment, people
This is heavy.
Yeah, people thought that the one which was very light didn't work. So what we realized is when people put extra weight into a remote control, people think it's a good quality and actually want to pay more for it. When it's very light, people think it's broken.
So the manufacturer just stuffs this with extra stuff to give it weight. That has no other meaning at all.
Yeah, and we're seduced to pay more for it.
We're also seduced like lemmings to buy something based on tradition. Like the Corona with lime.
Exactly. It's interesting because you probably remember the Corona beer ritual where you take this lime and squeeze it down the bottleneck. Do you know where it comes from?
No, I don't.
Well, the interesting thing is people think, or most people think, it comes from Mexico, where they were doing it because there's so many flies, so they wanted to get rid of the flies. And that is perhaps true, we don't know it. But there's another story right now saying that when it was introduced in the United States, those two bartenders in California was betting on how fast they could spread a ritual around the world. And that suddenly became a ritual here in the United States. Which story is right, we don't know, but certainly this is the number one reason why people are buying it, because we're squeezing a lime down in the bottle.
And it's the number one beer, right? So
it is the number one import beer in the United
States. Another subliminal message comes through music.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that when we are exposing people from music, for example, if you're in a restaurant and you're listening to certain types of music where the heartbeat rate is very slow, you actually eat more, up to 29% more. And not only that, we were actually part of an experiment conducted in UK some time ago with wine. There was some French wine and some German wine on the shelves, and then suddenly there was French music played in the background. Guess what?
People bought more French wine.
Not only that, they bought 77% more French wine. And when people were asked, why do you buy this wine? People said, I have no idea. I just felt I was in a French mood somehow.
Wow, so they don't even realize the music is playing.
No.
Another thing that is subliminal for folks is the product's origin.
Yeah.
That if it's from a fancy place, they're more likely to buy it. I know you did this with perfume.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we had two sets of perfume. We had one made in Paris, and then we had one made in Dallas, Malwick, whatever city you can imagine. And what's interesting, because people in 9 out of 10 cases wanted to have the one in Paris. No offense, guys, against the people in Dallas.
But you don't think of Dallas as making perfume, exactly.
Well, no, you want to be exotic when you buy this perfume. You don't want to go to Dallas when you're in a dream mood. You want to go to Paris. So that is a dream in a bottle.
And finally, speaking of bottles, the shape of a bottle or any product can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's right. If you take, for example, salad dressing, we actually did an experiment where we took the same salad dressing into two different types of bottles. One very slim looking, one looking like a Buddha almost,
yes.
very round. It's not really correct up here.
That's the slim one, I think, yeah.
I think so. But what's interesting is that when people saw the Buddha one, they were at a subconscious level deciding not to take it. And even
though it looks fat.
Yeah, and even though the label was the same, the content was the same, people, in 99% of the cases took the slim one, and they didn't know why.
Wouldn't you?
Well, I think I would.
Yeah, me too. Martin Lindstrom, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Pleasure to see you.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself,